I think that men feel less successful than they are in a relative way to their sort of predecessors of prior decades in terms of what they can purchase with the dollars that they're making. I think there's a lot of factors involved in it. A lot of it's gatekeeping. Like there was an expectation that people got married. If you weren't married by 30, it was like, what's wrong with you? You're an old maid, or if you're a man, you're like, what do? You're a playboy, and it wasn't considered something positive. It was like, you're not a serious person. You're not someone who's taking life seriously. And I think there were reasons for people to do that when lifespan wasn't 100 years. If you wanted to see your children grow up, then you probably wanted to have them when you're in your 20s or your 30s, because if you died of a heart attack when you're 55 or 60, that was how it was going to go. But if you want to wait until you're 40 to have children, and then when they're 20, you're going to be in your 60s, like that's a different choice. Again, not saying it's a bad choice, but it's a different choice in terms of what the demographic of a family is going to look like.
This is the biggest ick in a guy.
Oh my God, long shorts.
Like down, like Passionese?
Yeah.
Mine is if he has like a piece of paper that he drops and the wind's blowing it away and he's like trying to go after the piece of paper in the wind.
He respects the earth though.
That's quite a list of icks. But honestly, it's not surprising. Situations like this usually say less about the women and more about the environment around them. When enough men constantly compete for attention, validation, and approval, the perception of endless options naturally grows. Over time, that kind of attention inflates expectations. Many of these women are still in their mid-20s, which is often when attention and options appear to be at their highest. That stage can easily create the impression that the leverage will always remain the same. What tends to get overlooked is that men usually approach things differently. Men generally don't talk about icks, they talk about red flags. Certain things tend to appear on that list consistently. Lack of accountability, poor lifestyle habits, unnecessary hostility, or instability. The interesting part is that most men tend to agree on those standards without much debate. They're not complicated expectations, just basic indicators of compatibility. Time has a way of clarifying priorities, and people usually adjust their expectations as circumstances change. What someone prioritizes in their 20s often looks very different once real life begins to set the tone.
Hello?
Yeah.
What's up? What you doing?
Nothing.
Yeah, what you ate today?
Nothing.
How your day was?
Nothing.
Hey, bro, go ahead and charge? Yeah, charge right here.
See, bro, that's why I don't like being on the phone with you, because I'm on the phone with you. Every time I get on the phone with you, you want to talk to somebody else. Like, what? Dang. Oh.
I mean, what's up? What's up? Talk to me. What you want to talk about?
Nothing.
I've seen that dynamic before. Back when I was still in the dating scene, I'd try to start a conversation and the replies would be nothing but one-word answers. Naturally, you assume she isn't interested, but a lot of the time, it's not that simple. Many people just don't seem to know what they actually want. At the same time, there's this expectation that men should somehow read between the lines and interpret every mixed signal correctly, when no, yes, and silence all require decoding. The conversation stops being worth the effort. Most men simply don't have the patience for that anymore. If someone can't communicate clearly, it's easier to move on and keep your peace. There are plenty of people in the world who can communicate directly, so there's no reason to get stuck in confusing dynamics. Sometimes the best move is just stepping back and letting things sort themselves out.
I decided to ask my best friend if he could pick up my meds from the pharmacy for me. And I felt awful about it because I didn't want to create a burden. And he was so kind and understanding. And he just said, "It's not a problem. I just want you to feel better." And in that moment, I burst into tears because I am not used to being taken care of, and he wanted to take care of me. And after a lifetime of just being sick on my own, the experience of having somebody want to take care of you.
It's funny how often the subject of feminism comes up again and again. Over time, many women were encouraged to embrace the idea that complete independence was the ultimate goal. The message sounded empowering on the surface: build your career, rely on no one, and prove you don't need a man for anything. But real life tends to reveal a more complicated picture. Independence is celebrated, yet many still appreciate the presence of a capable man when practical things come up: fixing something around the house, helping during stressful moments, or simply providing stability. None of that makes anyone weak. It just reflects how people naturally lean on each other. Meanwhile, industries built around lifestyle branding, beauty standards, and empowerment messaging continue to profit from the narrative. Governments also benefit from a workforce where everyone participates and contributes taxes. At the end of the day, it's less about ideology and more about understanding how the incentives around the system actually work.
Oh my God, why are you single? You're too pretty to be single. Why are you single? I'm single because I have 5 kids.
It's interesting when someone openly acknowledges why men hesitate, yet the situation still speaks for itself. 5 children with 5 different fathers is a reality most men will pause at. Expecting an average man making $50,000 a year to take on that responsibility isn't very realistic. Even a wealthy man would likely think twice before stepping into that kind of arrangement. At that point, the relationship starts to look less like partnership and more like financial support. Men just need to understand what they're stepping into out here. The dating landscape has changed, and it's best to move with awareness.
My God. This is me putting Mia Khalifa behind me, and this is me like trying to be a real human. Did not work. Everyone in the office recognized me. It was a very uncomfortable work environment.
For some time now, I've watched Mia Khalifa's situation unfold, and the narrative often circles back to the same theme: regret, framed as victimhood. At some point, personal choices still have consequences. Claiming to have turned a new leaf doesn't erase the internet or the decisions that were made publicly. The adult industry was something she stepped into willingly, often framed at the time as empowerment. Years later, the story sounds very different. The reality is that reputation tends to follow people, especially when millions witnessed it in real time. That's not judgment, just the nature of the internet age. Everyone makes choices, and eventually those choices become part of the life they carry forward.
Excuse me? I just need like a minute of your time.
What is it?
So basically, I'm giving a presentation on reasons you should be my girlfriend. I mean business, as you can see. I'm offering you 50% stake in my heart, so we just can't tell my other partners. If you're cool with that?
Yeah.
Next slide. I'm not a fucking nerd.
Oh, okay. I thought you were.
You thought I was a nerd?
Yeah, I thought. But that makes sense.
And you're cute. I mean, I guess that's pretty self-explanatory. So be my girlfriend?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's go. Next slide.
Who are you? Oh.
Can I put my phone number in your phone?
Sure. Why not?
My name's Brady, by the way. What's your name?
Nice to meet you. Barbara.
I'm gonna just put it as your boyfriend.
No, but really, who are you guys?
I'm your boyfriend. Okay, Barbara. See you later.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you. It's my girlfriend right there.
These days, it's pretty clear the rules around approaching women have changed. One minute you're told not to approach in public, not to interrupt, not to make anyone uncomfortable. So most men simply took the hint and stepped back. Now approaching a stranger can feel like a risk, especially when the difference between confident and creepy often comes down to whether she finds you attractive. So many men decided it's easier to stay in their lane. If someone wants to meet, they can approach or open a dating app. Either way, the pressure to initiate isn't falling on men the way it used to. If the message hit, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.